Hello, children. This is part two of the episode with Ate Mia. So we called my ate who lives in Singapore. Part one, she talked about her job and her jobs and her career path. Here we basically had a little wine and just talked about what's going on in Singapore and all the other hanash that we're currently into. So from apps to gadgets. So hope you guys enjoy and subscribe to the pod.
Why did it take so long? I'm tired.
It's okay. Can't complain. Parang weird. No, it's there were a few kind of challenges with the government because of the migrant workers dormitory. So there were a huge surge of cases. But now I think it's relatively under control. Our lockdown ends June 1. So right alongside you guys.
Pero you've been that's what the episode was. Okay, sorry. Saab has to take a call. Our episode pala was supposed to be about working from home.
But it's nice because I feel like you gave me interview skill prep about my job.
Hindi. Well, what I'll do, let's kaya mo pa?
Yeah, I'm drinking.
In Singapore, ano yung so how many months have you been working from home?
So I am on my 4th month of working from home.
4th month.
Yeah, since
Technically
February.
Since Feb. Kasi kami March 15 yung lockdown.
Yeah.
So since Feb ka pa working from home.
Mm-hmm.
The overall vibe there, I mean, is it are people freaked out? Alam mo yun?
I think with Singapore, because they've gone through this sort of with SARS, obviously not to the same scale, parang people were very vigilant in the beginning. And now it's kind of, because the cases have gone down, people are becoming a lot more complacent. Like, you go to any park, there are like thousands of people. There was sort of a guideline where you're not supposed to go out with your spouse or with your kids. Don't make it a family outing. It's all families. Like,
wow.
Yeah. So people are kind of, maybe they're getting sick of the whole thing. I'm not sure. Parang after a while, like...
So wala nang social distancing?
My social distancing pa rin. But, but sometimes I think here, it's really interesting how people will take rules to a different level. For example, like in all the condo buildings, you're not allowed to like exercise or use the pool or use any other communal areas. And there's this one particular video of this lady swimming in the pool and she's all by herself. And the police had to jump in to get her out. Ayaw niya umalis.
Okay.
And the worst part was, in the video, you can see all these people watching na nakakumpul-kumpul. So I'm like, so you're, pulling out this lady who's all by herself in a giant pool. And then everyone is fucking like, in clusters. So I don't know. It's a very unique community.
Can I win? Thank you. So Sabi got us one.
Love it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
This is care of
Cheers.
Papa. Cheers.
Cheers.
So I was asking Ate Mia about work from home naman. So this will be part.
Okay.
So yung working from home, what are the things that you've learned? What are parang yun muna, like parang what are the challenges na lang muna?
I think the main challenge is the monotony, right? Even if you have a very exciting job and like, every day I have a different like schedule and different people to talk to, at the end of the day you don't see a separation between your home life and your work life. So for me, I think it was trying to kind of make it different. And I always kind of refer to Alala niyo ba yung sa Lost? What's his name? The guy who was in the bunker and had the same day over, like Desmond.
Desmond.
Parang it felt like that. Like I was listening to the same song when I woke up and I would work out. Yeah, okay, let's face it, I didn't work out. But you know what I mean?
You
Like
did, yeah.
I did, but not to that same level of discipline. But anyway, like yun nga, parang naging monotonous. And so the challenge in the beginning was for me to kind of break that, make things a little interesting, take a walk in the middle of the day, do a yoga video on some random time. I think that was the biggest challenge. And then obviously sharing, a small space with your partner and you're both working. I think that's also challenging. Parang,
Well, yung nakakatawa nga ngayon, because of, I mentioned it to Ate Mia kanina that we moved nga the boys' room.
Yeah.
So Saab has moved in the studio.
oh,
She is now here. Her desk is here.
great.
Sobrang ingay ng co-working space na to. Grabe. And Jim just downloaded the new version of Logic Pro where he mixes his stuff. Talagang grabe. As in he sampled Candy's voice. So it was on loop na like he was experimenting with it. Oh my gosh.
Wait a minute. Why aren't you
my-
wearing headphones when you do that?
Cause my latest Hanash. Oh, by the way, if you haven't listened to the episode, we mentioned Ate Mia a lot in the Hanash episode.
Oh
I
yeah.
forget what episode that is, pero Hanash. Si Ate Mia, we are
Oh, we should mention your Hanashes.
We are
huh?
Hanash partners. So, my recent Hanash Ate Mia has been professional studio monitors. They are huge.
Ina-ROI muna
Ano
niya.
ROI ko.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So ako naman naka-headphones naman ako. So,
yeah. So, nakakatawa because kami naman ni Sab, I think even when she didn't move in here, kasi for the longest time, we lived in a condo that was, limited in space. And hindi talaga kami magkasundo sa style.
Mm.
Like, I literally cannot start working if there's mess.
Oh, I'm the same.
Like if there's a piece of paper on the desk that's not supposed to be there.
yeah, well, us creatives have to live a little, Can't just throw away that piece of paper. There might be a fortune in there.
Kay Sab kasi ang daming hindi ko binaba.
You know why I've got a lot of stuff, Jim?
hindi.
Can you answer the question? When's the last time you checked about our car insurance or like home stuff?
Oo.
Salaries of the, di ba?
Oo.
Kaya ang dami kong
Oo.
files,
Kaya
di ba?
nga.
So,
I'm not
hindi pa
talk-
na magreklamo.
Kaya nga.
Ikaw, what's on your desk? Oh, your monitor speakers.
Kaya nga I'm not talking about
Poor Ate Mia.
I'm not talking about your files. I'm saying like kunwari, right now on Sab's desk there is a toy and surface cleaner. There is an open wallet. There is a phone that's not working. There are cards, there are ID cards. So anyway, yun yung point ko na parang I can't do that. And I respect Sab. And it took so many years. Didn't you feel that, Nian? Like parang kayo rin, you and Ben, like it took so many years before you got into that rhythm.
Yeah.
Na parang,
You just kind of eventually like just let it go. It's either you just let it go or you do it yourself. Because
Yes, exactly.
Ben has like the same habit. He just leaves random stuff in the most random places. Like, why is there a T-shirt on the dining table? A used T-shirt. And I remember a monologue like, "This is where we eat." Like, I really went like full on. But
that's not so bad. T-shirt on
But that's
Used?
a used T-shirt
Used T-shirt.
on the dining table. Pero diba, Ate Mia, that's how you know you love someone. Even if it really annoys you.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll just be like, okay.
Hindi. Go.
Yun lang.
And
Ito.
Yun lang.
What the biggest thing that Sab shared with me, I think yung game changer was, ano yung sinabi mo? Parang sabi ni Sab, like, ako hindi ko binibilang yung times na, like, oh, Jim left his towel on the,
Never.
his contacts case is open. I'm gonna clean it
Toothpaste.
because I love him. Ako kasi,
Toothpaste cap,
like,
never.
Sab, I say it sweetly naman. Like, sabi yung, may, yung bag of chips, iniwan mo na naman sa desk ko, ganon. Or something. Anyway.
I think it's because you have a controlling personality. And I can say that with full authority. I'm the same, so it's not a bad thing. It's just the truth.
Pero, tayo ba, Timia, growing up, parang, I didn't have that naman ah. Did I have a controlling?
No, because your room was a mess. I remember going in, like, I've been roommates with you for like how many times on travels, and your suitcase was just like a hamper. And that was fresh clothes. So I don't understand
So
where
it's
this
a gym.
neatness coming from.
Exactly. In fairness naman, when we're at home, he's very neat. But when we travel, oh
kasi
my
that's
gosh.
not my safe space eh.
I really, pero alam mo, love language ko. I never say it. I just literally Marie Kondo fold all your stuff, and I don't even ask for things.
Oh,
Pag traveling, dun ka sobrang neat.
Yeah.
So,
interesting.
kuwari, at niya,
Weird.
ano pa yung ano nyo ni Ben? Like, ano yung as a couple, what have been the major adjustments na both of you are working from home?
So I think one I remember was seeing each other at work, which is something that you never really have that, access to, because especially if both of you work in an office, you don't see the style of work. So for me, I think I'm the way I am, but Ben will like tap me and say, "You are shouting." Like, and I was like, oh, I was just presenting. Like, akala ko this is like, and he's like, I said, he literally, "You're shouting." And so so I was like, you're very mean. In his case naman, like, it's really nice to see a different side, like someone very kind of confident and like, because I'm obviously loud and he's the quieter one. So to see him at work and be like, "Hi everyone, and this is this and it was really nice." Like, I was like, and for a while, for a while to my friends, I would text. I was like, "Oh, my office crush, sobrang baduy." Pero alam mo yun,
Cute.
my office crush
so cute.
told me to shut up today.
Hindi, kasi Ben is generally like, love? What do you love?
Yeah, he's
what do you
quiet.
What do you like for dinner?
Yeah,
Love? What do you want to watch for a movie?
He's such a sweetheart, Ate
Yeah.
Mia. Grabe.
great impression.
So, okay. How about this is what I still haven't adjusted to. The cadence of these Zoom calls.
No, Jim is the same. He also shouts when we're video chatting with people. I always say, "Jim, why are you shouting?" He's always, "Okay, guys, ganito, when we do our cheats calls, he's shouting."
Performance
Pero
level.
kasi hindi ko kasi gets eh. Sabi ko nga, I told nga rin Manny like we did a inuman. And it's so hard to make a joke. Because there's some level of latency. So parang you do a joke, there's like a quarter of a second delay before so your natural rhythm of a joke teller is off.
There's no such thing.
Do you get it?
Yeah, and worse than that, at least sa'yo tumatawa. Mine are on mute. So like it's literal. Like I pause for laughter, tas wala. Na parang I'm like, okay, move on.
Jim was telling me about a presentation he did, and then everyone on the call was on a black screen and then naka-mute. So they were presenting, he and Ali, his linya-linya partner. So they were pitching, and iba kapag live, diba?
Yeah.
You see reactions. So that must have been really weird.
And yung mahirap nga, linya-linya kami. So it's like every slide is funny.
Of course.
As in ganon, that's how we present shit. And it's all black because the people we were talking to, I don't know, they're not used to Zoom or whatever.
And then, so, ako, like, how about you and yung fake laughing? Kasi when in corporate life, in a normal corporate setting, fake laughter is something that you get used to. You know the rhythm. You know when to do it. You know basta you know the timing. How has that been in Zoom?
Uh, it's not there. Let's just say it's like I think I'm always like I have like the driest conversations, and I think it took a while for me to just stop. Because in the beginning, yung magsa-start ng call, like, everyone, okay, we're still waiting for 3 more people. Let's wait until they come in. So how is it over there? Yung parang mga parang may warm up pa and no one's responding. Parang it's just let's just quit it. So I think I've actually learned to mime. So kunwari may nagpe-present and I'm on mute. Parang I'm just like pretending to laugh or smile or like
a big smile, ganon.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
I saw you've been doing that the whole podcast.
walang sound.
Pero recently ko rin lang nakuha yung value of muting on Zoom. Kasi when this whole thing started, I didn't even know what Zoom was.
Oh.
So I didn't know what Zoom was. So I would always be on not mute. So hindi ko alam na that's an acceptable form of behavior pala. So with that said, what are unacceptable forms of behavior?
On Zoom?
Since you are very on Zoom.
I think leaving your camera on sometimes when you're really not going to pay attention is pointless. I think to show respect to the person that's presenting or talking, just turn your camera off because it's actually really distracting. Like imagine if you're in a meeting in a conference room, tas nagte-text or whatever yung tao. Nagugupit ng koko or worse yung like parang kinakausap pa yung yaya sa likod habang may mga ganun na parang
And hindi naka-mute.
Hindi naka-mute minsan. I think that's worse. And then I think on par with that would be someone who asks people to go on video. Sobrang naiinis ako doon.
Oh, may ganon?
Yeah, like parang, guys, video
What do you
naman. Ganon. Yung pag kunwari may mga hindi naka-video, papa-video. Parang, hello, kung hindi ready, I've literally had to turn on my video. Wala pa akong makeup, wala pa akong, like, I haven't washed my face, like, that.
Kalma. Huminga ng malalim. Okay, I can't do it as good as the movie, but I'm just happy to say that we at Linya Linya finally made our first short film. We've been working so hard on building the Linya Linya universe and our own characters, and they come to life in our short film called Kalma. It's available on Facebook and IGTV. Ali and I are so proud of the product and the reception, and we hope that you could watch the video, share it with your loved ones, and spread this message of hope. While I have you, we have new designs on www.linyalinya.ph, where 10% of all sales will go to our beneficiaries. Thank you so much for your support.
Kind of thing, like, it's just basically respect for everyone's situation. Diba?
But I guess, is it different? Kasi, alam mo yung Pinoy culture, diba, na talagang small talk forever.
Yeah.
Are you dealing with Pinoys or no? No, diba?
Parang rarely these days. But
it's the same pa rin?
I think so. I think especially with the people I interact with, like mostly Westerners, parang there's still a degree of like, how's the weather? And, that kind of thing. And for me nga, mas nakaka-pressure yun eh. Like, you feel like everyone just wants to get this over with. Like, tama na yun. Alam mo yun, parang tama na yun, chika. Let's just get straight to the point.
I wonder if Zoom has helped with that, getting straight to the point.
Much, much better. Compared sa the usual
3-hour lunch.
Oo, yung mga yung mga oh my God, yun yung haters ko talaga. Yung nasa boardroom kayo, tapos parang ang daming hanash. Are you still, interacting with Filipinos?
Not so much anymore.
She just said rarely.
Pero Jim, I'm curious, like in your case, because brainstorm sessions, how do you guys even do that in Zoom?
I don't join.
Wow.
They just present to him. Ooh,
Boss na boss.
Nene.
Just show me the final.
Nene.
Grabe.
Guys, ano ba? Guys.
I don't have
guys, I
time.
gave you this last week pa.
Guys, I don't have time for
Pare
this.
naman.
I have elliptical at 9. Come on. Boss.
Pero, brainstorming, well, Ali has been enjoying it. Because, nakakatawa nga, sabi ni Ali, like, parang natatawa siya because nasasali na ako bigla in the beginning of this quarantine, nasasali ako sa mga ganon na, and alam ni Ali na I can't take a meeting more than 15 minutes. I seriously can't. I mean, hindi
fair,
lang
totoo.
na-OC ako lang parang
See, Jim just gets things done. Honestly, he has a to-do list. He's done at 9 a.m.
Oh
He's
my
done.
God.
Super. He's so my office crush.
Yeah! Pero, ang ingay lang, no? Saka inconsiderate.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to Hanash. I'll start with digital Hanash. I'd like to ask, kasi si Saab has a lot of digital Hanash. Let's see if any of these nagko-connect kayo.
Okay.
Can you share your latest, Saab?
Well, I know it's not a new thing, but I just got into finally like sineryoso ko yung Trello.
Yeah. The project
'Cause
management
it used to be
app.
really like, yes, for me it used to be like, this is not gonna help. But then I've been using it lately. Itong quarantine lang, I got into it. I really studied it. I checked all the tips for it, and it really helps me as a freelancer. Na I have to track my projects.
Nice.
It's really good.
And then because of that, na-upgrade yung account.
Na-upgrade
niyo
ako
for
because
free.
I got 4 people to sign up. So I got upgraded for 4 months for
So,
free.
Ano tawag sa'yo? Gold.
I'm a Trello Gold business upgrade.
Taray.
You don't use Trello.
What's your project management app?
I use Keep, Google Keep, of course.
Google
Google
Keep.
Keep, it's a mix. So ito, matatawa naman kayo. Google Keep for my personal.
Just came back from a search.
Oh, sorry. How was that?
Oh, because you said Google.
Yeah,
It heard
sorry.
you. You have a
I
Google
wasn't
phone.
talking to you, Google. So I have I have Keep for my personal life, recipes and such. Yeah.
Ano yung Keep? Can you sell?
It's like a notepad, right?
Yeah, it's like just post-its, random notes. So it's not very organized because your personal life is a little disorganized. And then work life, it's Evernote.
Oh my God, I was just about to say, putang ina ng Evernote.
Why?
Yeah. Baka you were using it wrong.
It's so messy. It's like, you know the feeling when you order a box of pizza tapos pagbukas mo tae.
Yes.
I don't know.
That's happened quite a
May
few
discount
times.
ba yan?
Hindi kasi the app's icon is so nice, it's so pretty, and then when you open it, like, bakit ako maglalagay ng video clip sa putang inang reminder?
Well, if you're like, if you are boss, if you are approving like videos, version 1, version 2,
Yeah.
ganyan. Oh.
Pero ang gulo.
So what do you
Okay.
use? I want to know.
Anydo.
AnyDo is really good.
AnyDo.
I use that rin to capture
Ate Mia,
to
you're
capture
gonna-
all
Writing
your
this down.
to-dos.
You're gonna love it.
AnyDo, it's really good.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Okay.
Anydo is, so basically anything that you think of, the app kasi is so easy. Yun yung ayoko sa Evernote. You click, I think there are like 5 clicks before you start typing. Anydo is 1, 2, See, 3 clicks. And already, you write, kunwari, as stupid as, buy Lulu, not stupid, as small, as
Mundane.
mundane as something as, buy Lulu food. And then,
Alulu is Ate Mia's dog.
send deck. Ganyan. All the things you think of. And then,
Just to empty your brain.
and then you dedicate 1 hour of your day or 15 minutes of your day where you sort it according to its categories, which is very easy.
Okay.
So home, personal, work, and then it has reminders. Basta it's so clean.
Jim and I use it because it has a grocery function. So I just put all the grocery lists there, and then it automatically sorts it like meat, poultry,
So when you go
pantry,
to the grocery,
home cleaning.
titingnan mo yung any-do mo, and then you
It's all in the
sync
same
it
aisle.
with the real life aisle.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's cool.
Is this a paid app?
It's free.
It's free.
Okay. I feel like I should try it.
Any-do.
But does that mean you guys share? Like you can sync? There's like a shared.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Who am I?
Jim and I are part of that grocery list board.
Oh, cool. I mean, who am I kidding? I've like tried to share like calendars with Ben. Ignored.
Okay, you're gonna that.
Yeah.
Wala.
Sorry, we're gonna turn on the aircon. It's really hot. We tried, guys.
Bakit
For the podcast quality.
Okay, the noise.
I don't know, for some reason, we've been doing this podcast for more than a year. Biglang Jim's like, I think we need to turn off the aircon for Ate Mia. Well, you're very special, Ate Mia.
Hindi, because, well, yes, of course. Pero, init na. So,
No, too much.
anyway, what are your new digital hanashes for productivity, Ate Mia? Ay, wag yung fans. Yun yung maingay.
So for me, because all I do is basically hang out at my workspace these days. Parang I basically pimped out my home office. I have.
Saya.
I'm really embarrassed, but I'm so nerdy about it.
You got a chair.
I have an
Let me see.
ergonomic task chair. Apparently, that's what it's called.
What? Ito. For those who are listening and are currently at Denshos,
Labo.
what? Ano ba ang ergonomic?
Ergonomic.
Basically, it's something that fits well to your body, right? So that it prevents any unnecessary kind of pains and aches, especially when it comes to your spine, or especially when you're in your 30s. Parang you need it more.
Pero masakit sa bulsa.
Yes, yeah. Masakit sa bulsa for sure.
What are your thoughts on a standing desk?
I am open to try it because last night I saw this thing and I was so tempted to buy it, where it's like you stick it to your laptop and then you can convert it into a stand or a standing desk.
I saw that too. Oh my gosh, we saw the same ad.
Yung may parang
I
stand,
think so.
yeah, it looks like Swedish
Yes.
design something. That looked cool.
Yeah.
But,
May standing desks? That's a thing na?
Yeah, I think that would work for you, Jim, because you're standing when you're playing the keyboards and stuff. That would work for you.
people
Anyway.
advise that. Yeah.
I'm into that na.
Because diba, they say sitting is the new smoking, so this quarantine is really not doing us any good right now. I mean, aside from the fact that it's saving us from
Di ba
COVID. But,
literally ang standing desk, tumayo ka lang?
yeah, but
But you
hindi,
level
kasi
up your
nakakuba ka eh.
Oo nga naman.
you level up
Ano
your
pa yung mga
laptop.
hanash mo sa workspace mo, Tia?
Of course, because of
For work
that,
from home.
laptop stand so that my laptop is at eye level.
Why ba? What's the point?
Because I tend to hunch. Kuba talaga ako. So this at least.
Tsaka
Look at me, diba?
At saka ano diba, it avoids carpal tunnel syndrome.
Yeah. Exactly. So
Which, before, I would take lightly and pinagtatawanan. Hindi ko pinagtatawanan. Pero parang,
pinagtatawanan
ano ba
mo.
yan? Ano
Yeah.
ba yung carpal tunnel na yan? I got it.
Yeah.
At the start of the quarantine, I was on I've never been on my computer this much. The worst. Anyway, what were you saying?
Yeah. No. Laptop stand. And then you connect a wireless mouse and a wireless keyboard to it so that you're not extending over the laptop stand gets.
Ah.
So that you're parang ganyan, you're facing that. I also got a monitor and then a blue light above the okay, there's like lots. I can go on and on. I can go the whole day. All the things I bought to
Wait,
And noise
optimize.
canceling
interested.
headphones, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
this is the
bakit may extra monitor kung ginawa mo ngang eye level yung computer?
Oh, because I tend to multitask. So I have like, kunwari, this one is for
Pang Netflix.
Pang,
yeah, or
pang RuPaul.
for pang Drag Race. I use this for like Excel sheets or like videos and stuff.
Gusto ko niyan.
Tapos on my
I saw an app that converts your iPad into an extra monitor.
oh, that's great.
But it's a paid thing. Pero I mean, you pay it once and then it becomes an extra monitor.
Pero ano yung point nun?
Yun nga, so you can, hindi ka na tab, going back and forth. You see na what you need.
Ako nga ngayon,
drag one window from one to the next.
Yes.
ako sorry I can't, ako even just having a laptop and the iMac for the music stuff. Kasi sometimes like I'm mixing the music and then I'm editing the video. It's too much for me.
Taray, I have too much. I have too many devices.
No, I mean, isn't it like,
I'm rolling my eyes.
hindi, isn't it visual overload?
No, it helps. It actually cuts the time.
Di ko gets. Pero, ano, it's not interesting. It's a logic.
No, I mean sometimes.
Anyway.
Sometimes, for example, right, you're a slave to email, so you have your email in the laptop, and then you're doing your Microsoft PowerPoint or Word or whatever on
Or
the big
Zoom.
one. Or Zoom, correct. So, mga ganyang hanash, and it's just I don't know. I just gotten used
God.
to all
What's
these
the-
two monitors.
What's the blue light for?
So I get eye strain, and I also got. So for those listening, everyone in my family seems to make fun of all my afflictions. Kahit like the backache. Ano I remember that. Do you remember, Jim, when we were young and I had a tailbone thing and nobody believed me, but it was real. It's happened until now. Yeah, so same thing. I have eye strain, for which I got prescription glasses with blue light lens.
Hindi, I'm sure. Ate
You
Mia,
just got a lot of money to burn.
Si Ate Mia is the type na pag pupunta siya, she's the type of person na pag pumunta sa glasses store, tatanungin, ma'am, meron kami na offer na UV light protection na ganito. Additional 3,000 lang. Kukunin niya yun. She is the Hanash queen. Ako naman, in fairness, kuripot king pa rin ako. So whenever they do that, I'm so tempted and it burns me that, oh my God, I can't get the UV whatever. Pero parang, ang mahal. No.
Jim is super kuripot with that.
Yes.
Yep.
Parang ako Ate Mia, I believe that where there's a will, there's a way.
Wow.
#piracy.
Hindi. Pare, let's say instead of getting a laptop stand, lalagay ako mga libro. Instead of a blue light thing, matutulog ako maaga.
Kakain ako ng carrots.
Great solutions, Lolo. But then you don't get that fix, that high, when your order has shipped and your order has arrived. Diba, Saab? I know you can relate with this.
Super. It's so fun. It's also really wrong that a lot of people equate normalcy with consuming. So that's why people say na, oh, I just wanted to go to the restaurant even if we're on quarantine because I just wanted the sense of normalcy. But it's really just like not really the social factor. It's more of buying and consuming that we're all used to. Wow, this has gone really deep.
Whoa.
Thought starter there.
Strange shift.
#consumerism. Yeah, tweet us your thoughts. Hashtag wake up and sap.
No,
Wake up and sap.
No.
Wake up with Jim and
I mean, I know that was like a jump into the deep end, but like I think I do agree with you because when you're panicking, sometimes you just want something shallow. Alam mo yun? And it's the same urge as like I just want to watch Friends episodes all day, or like causing people to buy the weirdest shit. Like my husband bought a steering wheel that's connected to the PlayStation.
How much was that?
I'm not gonna say
$100?
no more. I'm not gonna say
what?
but
Oh my god.
and this is in Ben.
Sobrang kawawa.
Ben,
Because I saw that his table was not ergonomic at all.
he's found a solution where he sits on the floor and then he just like kind of like perches it. But it's one of those things na parang COVID purchase. Just like I'm sure a lot of
That's what it's
people
called,
will deal with at the end of all of this.
What are your other COVID purchases?
Dami.
You know what I bought online? A Swiffer.
Oh, that's good.
Have you had that?
Yes.
I was gonna message you because I was thinking like Mia probably has this. I was gonna ask you for a review pero nahiya ako. It's a freaking mop
It's like a wet mop, right?
na hindi dapat bilhin. Kasi ang mahal niya. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like once I bought it, I felt so guilty kasi disposable yung actual mops niya. So I also YouTubed how to make like yung hindi disposable out of microfiber pads. You've got a lot of time. I'm gonna sew my own
Ano yun? Hindi
Exactly.
mops. It's like a flat mop. Yeah, anyway.
Bakit ba ito yung hindi ko maintindihan, sabi? Parang nakailang mop na tayo, tapos parang ang daming ek-ek, and none of them work. I got the cheap eye mop. Yung eye mop, yung
tornado mop.
Apple eye mop.
It's not an Apple
That
iMop,
thing-
gago. It's not an actual Apple
I know,
product.
pero it copied the logo and stuff.
iMop.
Pero that worked fine.
that worked,
Hindi ko lang alam. Parang we've had 5 mops since then. None of them work. Iba-iba yung itsura. Iba-iba yung shape.
Okay, OA. We didn't have 5 mops, okay?
Hindi talaga.
Because I bought a cheap one and then it broke right away. So I purchased, I got a Swiffer, ordered it online, and hanggang ngayon di pa dumadating. So bumili ako ng isa pa nung nag-grocery ako. So, at least we'll have one for upstairs and downstairs.
That's a good plan.
Ano pa mga
We've got
COVID
kids, gotta keep
purchases
it
mo, Tia?
clean.
I think obviously I got, like, at the start of all this, I went on a shopping binge of, like, comfort clothes. Pambahay, basically. Glorified pambahay.
Oh,
I just,
good move.
Good move.
yeah, parang I just accepted it.
People should go to linalina.ph.
I agree.
Yes.
I always
Pero
wear...
hindi pambahay yun eh. Ang ganda masyado.
Sorry, Ate Yamo.
Hindi, kasi sobrang soft nung material ng t-shirt. So I actually use some of the linya-linya stuff
Yeah.
for pambahay.
And I love Ben, who's Australian. No fail. I think 3 out of 7 photos, he's wearing them down.
I had to tell him to stop, actually. But, no, it's so funny, no? Parang like, I was like, did any Pinoy stop you in the street and ask, like, uy? He's like, nah. I go, okay, well, never mind. Yeah, I think
Pero pambahay chic, maganda yun.
pambahay chic.
Kasi didn't you realize now that we're on quarantine na medyo konti lang pala yung pambahay natin. No?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I still wear like normal clothes, but you don't really want to wear jeans, diba?
Yeah.
No way.
Like, ugh,
No.
ang init.
I wore jeans to the grocery the other day. Okay naman. I wasn't so sad about it. I was actually happy because my old jeans finally fit me post-pregnancy. Wala lang.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's amazing.
I've been so into making cutoffs.
He's wearing cutoffs right now.
That's really alarming.
Muscle tee.
I love
You love a
Cutoffs.
I love a
They-
I love a cutoff.
Hindi, kasi, you know why? It gives the shirt new life eh.
Alam mo, nakakatawa eh. Kasi he's wearing cutoffs and I'm like, as my office crush, right?
Yep.
I'm like, ooh, nice arms. Sabay naka-tuck in high waist. Sobrang...
Hindi, pero ako for me, the process of, I think I can say it's like birthing.
What?
Like
How?
you are,
How dare you?
This
you
is-
are.
This is so
giving-
offensive.
You are. It takes time.
Gago.
You need to be meticulous, and then after you give birth to a new thing.
Yeah,
Are you
it's
still
so
talking
the
about
same.
cutoffs? Wait. I want to be clear. Cutoffs, tops or bottoms?
Yes.
Top.
Muscle.
Akala ko you're like cutting jeans.
Puruntong.
Ano yung turundong?
Puruntong. Cutoffs. Jeans na ginawang shorts.
Yeah.
Hindi. Shirts. As in, I am like having the time
I
of
think
my
we should
life.
move on.
Ay, sorry.
So, Ate Mia, in Singapore, what's the... I know you've heard... Sa mga con call, sa mga Zoom meetings natin, how many times have you heard the words, the phrases, the new normal? In this... Now more than ever, those phrases.
Yes.
So how do you think it's gonna be like in Singapore? Because you're doing better than we are, I think. How is the new normal gonna be?
I'm only basing this on my conversations with coworkers who live in Seoul in South Korea, and I feel like it's basically all your social activities will kind of shut down and make it everything will be a little more private. Everyone will retreat to their homes more often than not. Parang I can't imagine sort of the days of going back to like a nice crowded bar or like a trendy restaurant. You know, parang yun yung masaya before, diba? Like, and then you have like a big group. I honestly feel like socializing will really just be with your very close friends because those are the people that you want to take a risk for. Is that weird?
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good way of putting it.
And so I don't know. It's just really difficult to imagine. In one of the town halls or like the parang corporate whatever conference calls I've been in, someone illustrated it really well. They said we're all in the same storm, but we're in different boats. So imagine, I think everyone will just have to be quite mindful of how different everyone's situation is in. So parang what's common is just continuous social distancing, no travel. I don't know. What do you? I mean, you guys.
Ito, Tia. What
I think it's gonna be at least a year from now that we can gig again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for example, I realized nga kay sabi ko, when the quarantine started, I super went hyperactive. As in,
Restless.
I told I was doing stuff for the band that I didn't do before. Like parang recording new songs, sending them. As in, di ba? Like parang the first few days of quarantine, I wrote a whole new album for my solo project. And then while making songs for Cheats, ganyan, because I was already missing the feeling of performing and interacting with people. Not the funny thing is I'm not a sociable person, kami ni Saab, pero realize namin pareho kami na that's our most sociable form, yung performing,
Yeah.
getting off the energy of the crowd. What I wanted to ask you, which I think it's a good way to end things, I want to talk about theater, Broadway, musicals. What first, what have you heard? Kasi I know what's gonna happen with the NBA. Alam ko yung, ano mo yun, parang, ano yung, what are the rumblings in the
Broadway
in the-
community
Broadway.
that I am a mere spectator of. On it, like for example, today I was reading that Disney had shut down Frozen, which has only been running on Broadway for 3 years, and I think they've just accepted
3 years na?
Yeah, the Broadway musical, not the movie. So,
yeah.
parang basically,
Okay.
they came to the conclusion that even if, theaters open, they just wouldn't be able to kind of, I guess, cover the gaps created by COVID. And I feel like if that's Disney with like the deepest pockets, right? They still have 2 other successful shows running on Broadway, Lion King and Aladdin. And they haven't announced anything yet about the fate of those 2 shows, but can you just imagine?
Longest running yung Lion King, diba?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, I think Wicked is also like. Can you imagine? Like, can you imagine the smaller shows, like the ones with like 200-seater kinds of? I just don't know, and I think that's why it's interesting. You see, with the Broadway stars, like you can tell that there's that anxiety. That's why they keep creating all these like Zoom concerts and like tributes.
I've seen a couple Ben Platt ones.
Sobrang
Yes.
flop nung Ben Platt and Idina Menzel one.
I didn't watch it. I don't know why.
They sang
It's really
Aladdin,
bad.
A Whole New World.
Parang sasapawan sila. I can just imagine because they're both like
Yeah.
New World!
Yeah, ganun. Ganun.
Idina Menzel flop. She always flop.
Yeah.
Choker.
So, wala. You think it's like, parang it's gonna be quite some time before there are gonna be shows, no?
Yeah, and I think interesting yung proposal ng the NBA, right? Like they're gonna just stage a game and then no one's watching. I have a feeling, given sort of the success of shows being streamed for a fee or for free, like the Phantom of the Opera at some point, and then Huling El Bimbo in the Philippines, right? Like yung mga ganyan, yung parang the popularity of those. Maybe it could be another sort of avenue, but.
Technically they could do that. They could quarantine, kasi that's what the NBA plans to do. They will quarantine the players together, go in one venue, and then no audience. That's what kaya pala. That's what they could do.
No, but the hard thing about musicals or theater is they're used to doing it every night. So that's like a fee every night. If you stream it, you can only do it once.
True.
You can't stop people from just
Hindi,
screen recording.
Ay, oo nga.
Diba? So, I don't know. Well, yeah.
I'd like to end with because apparently Cello is so into The Last Dance. She messages me every Monday they release a new episode about the Chicago Bulls and the dynasty. It's a documentary. And Cello messages me like, "Hey, did you see the last episode?"
Right.
Ganun. Nakakatawa. Cello completely.
That's unlikely.
Kumbaga, zero knowledge of basketball, whatever. My question to you, Ate Mia, is, for Broadway, who is the GOAT? Who is the
Greatest
Michael
of
Jordan?
all time.
In your opinion?
I think in my opinion it would be it's probably like Patti LuPone or Bernadette Peters. Those two. So
Indie answer.
in
Ano ka ba?
deep
Patti LuPone
cut.
is a big star.
She's-
Hindi ko kilala yun. Sino yun?
So she originated.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, love it. She originated the role of Evita, and then she went on to like the original Sunset Boulevard. Remember when I made you guys watch Sunset Boulevard with Glenn Close?
Sunset Boulevard.
But yeah, and then Bernadette Peters, as you know, is like the Stephen Sondheim darling, and was even like. But they're just the divas that you end that shows end with, and every like Broadway kid grew up idolizing them. And then I think the third would be honestly Lea Salonga.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
well, I think for any Filipino, kahit na you don't like her, maybe like on.
Not in the context of being a Filipino. Kunwari, let's say, kunwari, hindi ka Filipino. Ganun pa rin. Didn't she just do Les Mis and... Les Mis. Didn't she just do Miss Saigon?
Oh my God, it's been so
Sorry.
long.
Les Mis din siya.
Nee, what else has she done on Broadway?
She did something recently, diba?
On Broadway, parang it's been a while. But she does a lot of like, for example, the Sweeney Todd that she did, I think in Manila,
Yeah.
they brought it to Singapore.
With Jet Pangan.
Yeah, with Jed Pangan.
What I'm concerned with, Jim, so, we always watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I mean, I do. Ate Mia watches
Love it.
RuPaul's Drag Race. So they do episodes and then they eliminate until my top 3 or top 4. Tapos, after the airing of all those episodes, there's gonna be an event to find out who the winner is. So they haven't shot that. So I'm concerned, how are they gonna crown season 12's winner? Diba? So that's a concern. Wala lang.
I share that concern.
He's
I share that concern.
He's zoned out.
Anyway, this was super fun. Yeah.
Thank you for having
To,
me.
guys, if you're, please tweet us your thoughts. How do you think, for all the musical nuts out there, and in fairness, marami ha. Marami
sa
kaming pod
pod
kids
kids namin.
who love musicals and Broadway.
Super, as in-
So, tell us your thoughts. Hashtag wake up with Jim and Saab.
Who the GOAT is. If you
Yes.
can you tag Ate Mia?
At Mia Bacarro.
I don't think so.
Is that
no.
your Twitter name? Or Mimi Chever? Pare.
I think Mimi Chever,
Diba?
although I haven't used Twitter in a long time. So, whatever.
Yeah. But this was super fun.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Ate Mia.
I'm a huge fan of your show. I listen to it. And I feel like I've caught up with you guys for the week. So sometimes when when we're talking, I forget which which stories you've told me indirectly or I heard on the podcast. So
Through the pod.
yeah, so it's really nice, and I know that this is giving people a lot of entertainment and a lot of fun during such a difficult time.
Oh, thanks, Ate Mia.
Thank you.
Okay, nice catching up with you.
All right.
Love you guys.
All right, that's it.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, okay.